2015, I spoke about the Ghanaian economy heading for a crash. In 2016, I said the economy was broken, and the Ghanaian economy is broken. And really, I really struggle to understand why it's so difficult for us. I struggle to understand why it's so difficult for us to face the realities on the ground. The sector that produces goods and services is dead. I mean, it's dead. Nobody's producing anything. The manufacturing is dead. There are no jobs. And our leaders continue to talk about GDP growth. They talk about budget deficit. They talk about government borrowing. We really don't care. I mean, nobody cares. What we care about is jobs, and what we care about is the growth in our real incomes. That's what we care about. We don't care about GDP deficit. We don't care about government borrowings. We care about jobs. So now in 2017, we're in a situation where we need to revive our economy. And so we've got to think about what are the things that we need to do to get this economy moving. And the only thing we can do is agriculture. You know, we have over 50% of the working population is in agriculture, 20% employed directly, 40% employed, about 40% employed indirectly. And we've got to think of the value chain. There's the farmer, there's the processing, there's the exporting, extra. As far as I'm concerned, cocoa is dead. You know, we've played politics with cocoa to the point where the yields are falling. And we need to focus on new crops. We need to focus on yam, we need to focus on cassava. And there's been a lot of research that's been done, and that shows that these crops, in a very short time, can actually transform this country. Let's set targets for the Ministry of Agriculture. Let's make sure that they are working. Take yam. You can use yam for industry. You can use yam for local consumption. You can use yam for export. And Ghana is the largest exporter of yams in the world. But we cannot continue to do agriculture the old way. No support for the farmers. The farmers don't know what to do. The farmers have no idea to do. The Agric Extension Services is dead. The products, they have no access to seeds. Even when they've grown the products, nobody shows them how to market it. And all we have to do, I mean, and this is where I really get frustrated with Ghana. If we don't believe in the research we've done in this country, go next door to Ivory Coast. It's being done. I mean, take a crop like yam. Yam will grow in more regions of this country than cocoa will. So why don't we just focus on two things and get it right? But we cannot continue the same way. And if this government does not focus on agriculture, it will fail. Economically, it will fail. And also, anything it does must be led by the private sector. We've got to remind ourselves of the presidential special initiatives in cassava, in palm oil, in salt. There was something else. They all failed. I mean, they'll fail because it wasn't private sector led. I mean, think about it. Which private sector person will put their money in a factory in Kaswa and allow the $10 or $20 million to go down the drain? It's not possible. So agriculture, private sector. And we are not interested in deficits. We are not interested in government debt. We are not interested in GDP growth. All we want jobs. And it's reporting the jobs that are being created in the private sector. That's what we need. And unless the government focuses on agriculture, economically, they will fail.